welcome back to my channel Maths Classes by Joyita. We are starting continuity. So today I will explain the different type of discontinuity and will solve some questions from NCERT and some other book also. So let's see what is the reason for discontinuity first. There are three types of discontinuity. We'll talk about three types of discontinuity. That is, one is if both the limits are not exist. Another one is if function is not defined at that particular point. And third one is both the limits are exist but they are not equal with functional value. So we know the definition for continuity was limit x tends to a plus f of x equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x equal to f of a. If these three will equal, then function is continuous. So here the different type of discontinuity is limit x tends to a plus f of x not equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x. That is RHL not equal to LHL. Okay. Next is if limit x tends to a plus equal f of x equal to limit x tends to a minus f of x but not equal with f of a. This is another one. And the third one is function is not defined. Function is not defined at x equal to a. Okay, these three are the types of discontinuities. If any three will not satisfy, this is a actually, x is equal to a. If any one of these three will follow for any function, then function will be discontinuous. Okay, so we'll see one example. Suppose limit x tends to 2 x square minus 4 by x minus 2. Okay, this is which type of is this a discontinuity? If we see this function, we can say this is discontinuous at x is equal to 2. But this is called removable discontinuity. As like we can rearrange the numerator term, that is limit x tends to 2 x minus 2 into x plus 2 by x minus 2. So it will get cancelled. So this function is not basically discontinuous. We can rearrange the numerator term and we can make it continuous function. Now limit x tends to 2 x plus 2, that is equal to 4. Okay. So here here RHL is not equal to LHL. Okay, I did a mistake. So I hope you guys have understood these things, that what are the types of discontinuities. Now let's see some questions based on the continuity and discontinuity also. Okay, let's see these problems. These questions are based from NCERT only. Exercise 5.1, question number 5. First 4 problems are really easy, so I didn't solve those things. So question is the function f defined by f of x equal to x if x less than or equal to 1 and 5 if x greater than 1 continuous at x equal to 0, at x equal to 1, at x equal to 2. I want to check the continuity at 1, 0 and 2. So let's see for 1, as the function is breaking at 1 only. So left hand limit x tends to 1 minus f of x equal to, for x less than 1 the value is x. So limit x tends to 1 minus x, this is equal to 1. Right hand limit is given, x greater than 1, this is 5. So they both are not equal, this is not equal to LHL. So not continuous. At x equal to 1. Okay. Now see for 0. For x less than or equal to 1, f of x value is x. So for x equal to 0 also this value will be x only. So if you will find the left hand derivative, left hand limit, right hand limit and functional value at 0, all will be same because it's the polynomial functions. Otherwise also we can say it's the polynomial function, so it will be continuous at x equal to 0. Similarly, so continuous at x equal to 0. Now for x greater than 1, means at x equal to 2, function value is 5. This is the constant function. F of x equal to 5. So constant functions means it will be 5, it will take values 5 throughout the intervals greater than 1. Okay, so it is also becoming in the polynomial sections only. So this is also continuous at x is equal to 2, continuous. Okay, so it's very simple only. Now see the next questions. From 6 to 12, all questions are based on these only. Find the point of all discontinuity of f when f is defined by. So I have taken 6 questions. This is 2x plus 3. This is plus 2x plus 3, x less than or equal to 2, 2x minus 3, x greater than 2. See here before end of x, that means from minus infinity to 2, all values are 2x plus 3, right? So it is becoming the polynomial. So throughout that interval it will be continuous. But at x is equal to 2, this left hand value and right hand functions both are different. So we will check continuity only at x equal to 2. So check the left hand limit. This is limit x tends to 2 minus 2x plus 3. So this will be 2 into 2 plus 3. So 7. Right hand limit, this is equal to limit x tends to 2 plus 2x minus 3. So 2 into 2 minus 3. This is 1. So here left hand limit not equal to right hand limit. So the function is not continuous at x is equal to 0. Sorry, x equal to 2. So you need to find the point of discontinuity. So at x equal to 2, this will be the point of discontinuity. Okay, clear? So we'll see some more example, some more questions based on this.
Chalo.
Okay, see these two problems. Here also you need to find the point of discontinuity. So for this one, first we'll break this. It will become 1 if x is greater than 0, minus 1 if x is less than 0, and 0 if x is equal to 0. So if you see the graph, it will become at x is equal to 0, that at x is equal to 0, the functional value is 0. So it will be this point. Okay, for x less than 0, so it will go this side 0 comma minus 1, and for x greater than 0, it's the 0 comma 1. This function name is signum function, signum of x. Okay, so here you can see for x greater than 0, all values, this is a constant function, this is 1. For x less than 0, for all values it is minus 1, and x is equal to 0, it is 0. So for all 3 points, whenever we are dotting all 3 points, we need to lift our pen. So it's not a continuous function at x is equal to 0. See, so for x greater than 0, this will be equivalent. So for throughout the intervals, it will be one value only. So it is continuous x for x greater than 0. For x less than 0 also continuous. But at x is equal to 0, left hand limit, this is minus 1, right hand limit, that is 1, and functional value, that is 0. All are not equal. Left hand limit not equal to right hand limit, so it is discontinuous at x is equal to 0. At x is equal to 0, discontinuous. Okay, clear? But this, see these questions here, it is for x less than 0, it has already mentioned. So the modulus x value will be minus x. As we know, mod x function is x when x greater than or equal to 0, minus x when x less than 0. Okay, so it will become minus of x, that means x upon minus x, and minus 1 at x greater than or equal to 0. So this is minus 1 and minus 1 again, x greater than or equal to 0. So for throughout the interval it's a minus 1, f of x equal to minus 1 for all x. We can write this is minus 1 for all x belongs to real number. So this is the constant function, this will be continuous everywhere. So at x is equal to 0 also it is continuous. So it doesn't have any point of discontinuity. No point of discontinuity. Okay. I hope it's clear to everyone. See, in this question, function is given this and given is continuous at x equal to 3. We need to find the relation between a and b. So we know for continuity, left hand limit will find first, that is limit x tends to 3 minus ax plus 1. So it's 3a plus 1. Right hand limit, this is limit x tends to 3 plus bx plus 3, that is equal to 3b plus 3. So for continuous this should be equal left hand and right hand limit, that means 3a plus 1 equals to 3b plus 3. So 3a equal to 3b plus 2. So from here a equal to b plus 2 by 3. So this will become our relationship between a and b. Okay. So this also was based from this also was from NCERT only. Exercise number same, question number 17. See, now we'll solve some questions which will be based on NCERT, sorry, other than NCERT. That is, it will be basically based on competitive exams for JEE, NDA. So for that kind of exam, it is like given is here, if alpha beta are the roots of quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, then you need to find the limit for this thing. Options are given here. So let's see, we'll use some easy tricks here. See, limit x tends to alpha 1 minus cos of ax square plus bx plus c upon. So we'll break this. We know trigonometry formula 1 minus cos theta equal to 2 sin square theta by 2. Okay, we'll use this formula. So here it will become 2 sin square ax square plus bx plus c by 2 divided by x minus alpha square. And we know the limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x equal to 1. Limit x tends to 0, sin x upon x equal to 1. Okay, this is the standard limit. So now here angle is ax square plus bx plus c. So we'll multiply ax square plus bx plus c by 2. So we'll multiply that term and divide by that term also. Okay, to adjust this. So it will be limit x tends to alpha here sin square is there, so we need sin x upon x ka whole square. So that's what we'll multiply here, dividing here x square plus bx plus c by 2 whole square into x square plus bx plus c by 2 whole square upon x minus alpha square. Okay, so this value will give 1. So it will become limit x tends to alpha, 2 will come outside, and here ax square plus bx plus c whole square by 4 into x minus alpha square. Now here it is given alpha beta at the roots of x square plus bx plus c equal to 0. That means we can write x square plus bx plus c is a product of x minus alpha and x minus beta, as alpha beta are the roots of that equation. So it will be limit x tends to alpha, x minus alpha into x minus beta whole square upon x minus alpha square. Okay, so here this x minus alpha square will get cancelled out. Here 4 was there, so half into 2 and 4 will get cancelled, so half into limit x tends to alpha. Sorry, this thing we can write this is equal to a into x minus alpha into x minus beta basically. So here a will be, and a square term will come out, and here x minus beta whole square. So this is a square by 2 alpha minus beta whole square. Now see the option. Option C is the correct answer. Here one thing I would like to say, that is basically here x tends to alpha is there, but still we have written as this limit value is 1, because our standard limit was x tends to 0, but here x tends to alpha, then why we have written as value is 1? Because here x minus alpha is the factor of this thing, so we can write this as x minus alpha into x minus beta, so it will get cancelled out. So that's what x minus alpha is tending to 0. So that means if we call x minus alpha is another variable like h, so it will be x tends to 0 and the formula will be, the standard limit will be satisfied here. Okay, I hope this problem is clear to everyone. Okay, next see some 1 or 2 more MCQ. Okay, see this question. We have learned the composite function in the last video. So here it is given like f is a mapping from R to R, be a continuous function such that f of x equal to 90, g of x equal to 13 square root of 39 plus x square. We need to find g of f of x. It is very simple question. It will not take more than 1 minute. It is not 1 minute also. Within 30 seconds you can solve this question. So this is given g of f of x. This means g of 19. So square root of 39 plus 19 whole square. Okay. This will become 361. 19 square is square root of 400. So answer is 20. So your option D. For today, these are the DIY. Please do solve these questions and write your answers in the comment sections. If you want the discussions, please join my Telegram channel. Link will be there in the description box. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.